Hi, I'm Stacy Georges, and I am passionate about helping parents that are raising special needs children. And I believe that one of the best things that we can do for parents that are raising children with special needs is to help them by giving them respite care. I know we usually think of senior care when we hear the word respite, but it also refers to any caregiver that has to do 24/7 supervision of an adult or a child. They often will run away, they will get agitated and have a meltdown, and you can never predict when that might happen. So parents of special needs children are often sleep deprived, and they're often on the edge of their seat, constantly anxiety and stress, not knowing what is going to happen next. Special Needs Respite provides funding so that these people can actually have a social life. These are things that you may not have thought of, but when you have a child that you don't know what their behavior is going to be like, you don't go to restaurants, you don't take them to a store even just to pick up milk. You have to plan and be strategic about each of those things.
Hi, I'm Pat Baugh, and this is my husband Earl, and we adopted a son from Kyrgyzstan when he was 11 years old back in 2014. Once we got him here, we were brand new parents, and traditional parenting does not work. We were able to drag him out to several different types of doctors and get a diagnosis, a delayed diagnosis of autism, and also found out that he was very anxious.
Before we found, I didn't even know what respite was. Okay, first of all, when I was like, what? She won the door prize, and I was like, what's respite? What is that? It's like somebody actually comes and helps us watch Victor, and you actually get a chance to do something. I was like, that exists? And I'm like, oh, okay, pretty cool. Let's try it. I was willing to give it a shot because at that point we'd had him for a number of years, and if we didn't take care of him, take him out, nothing happened. So now when we have somebody there for respite, we actually can actually think about doing something what I guess most people consider normal, right? And what's funny is that we don't necessarily do big events, but it's like we go out, have dinner, and wander an antique mall, right, for 2 hours. It's just 2 hours where we don't have the stress of constantly going, okay, what's going on,
what room is he in?
And, it's kind of like you're always
What's
on the
he
sense
into?
of, on the sense of, on the edge of your seat all the time.
Yeah.
And it's hard to live through that when it's kind of a constant state of being on alert. Without that sort of somebody to having some sort of break like that, we probably have gone insane by now.
Ultimately, my son, because of the severity of his disability, I cannot just hire somebody off the street. In other words, he does require specialized skills to be cared for. Something like that costs a lot of money, and it does range in price hourly, in essence from $20, it could go all the way up to say $40 an hour. I'm a single income now. When I was married to a police officer. We all know police don't exactly make a lot of money, so ultimately, this is where I found out about Special Needs Respite, applied for a scholarship, and then they, in essence, they gave me referrals to potential agencies that I could speak to them. And so that's what I wind up eventually doing.
When Cameron was born, Down syndrome was not something that we had him screened for prior to his birth. So it was a complete surprise to us. We've been very fortunate in Cameron's life that he has physically been an extremely healthy young man. He's smart, he's challenging, he knows how to push our buttons.
Yes.
He has been such an addition in our life that I think sometimes I used to think we were put here for him, but I think maybe he was actually put here for us. But it takes a toll. It will put a strain on a relationship at times. I can tell you it has taken us close to the brink more than once. And to get away as an individual or as a couple, it means so much. It has such a positive, rejuvenating effect on the family and our relationship. And that's something that we did not have as much freedom to do before the Special Needs Respite scholarship.
We don't have family here, so we moved away from family, so we didn't have anybody to, watch them. And
I heard about Special Needs Respite through another special needs parent. My impression was I was actually shocked at the application, and I was happy about that. I was like, I've never saw an application this short that I had to fill out anything concerning my son. It only took me about 5 or 6 minutes to fill out the application compared to hours of what I'm normally doing. Small businesses or any businesses can donate to Special Needs Respite. And I, as a parent, I am big on anyone that deals with special needs special needs kids, and I will use that business. And I think that they should donate to Special Needs Respite because they get a tax write-off, and that they're also doing a great benefit and service to us and the community.
I truly believe that we all want to help. We just don't know what to do. When you see someone with a special needs child, you may think, I could never handle that. So the good news is you don't have to. If you just donate to Special Needs Respite, we'll take care of the rest. We will help those people find their own caregiver. They can also use the caregiver that they already have been using so that the child is comfortable. But just so that you know that you can make a difference, even if you're not trained to handle a special needs child.